So it is Saturday evening, and the thing is, I thought, let's do an evening live stream. And you know, I always talk about, and my day starts at 5:15. If you watch me for the first time, I got hundreds of training videos, train every day. My day starts 5:15, and then it's go, 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 go. Now it's 9:10, and I'm pointing at my external screen. Samsung DeX I'm using, the option on my Samsung phone. And then I got a portable screen, which is ultra light. And the thing is, because I'm doing everything from the phone, now I'm drinking a beer. And the thing is, tomorrow my day starts again at 5:15. But I thought just to do a little bit a live stream. In the meantime, I'm looking how everything looks like. This is the first time that I do a live stream inside my Airbnb room. And everything, when it's also about the whole YouTube thing and the vlogging stuff, I had a talk about this today with one of my solid contacts. You know, I always share how I think about stuff. Also, when it's about constant growth, because I'm doing this non-stop. Training every day, disciplined. Today and yesterday I didn't do the run. Tomorrow it will be a Sunday slaughter day. That includes a run, multiple calisthenic spots. Now I'm actually stopping for today a little bit earlier. Now it's 9:15, which is I think reasonable. My day starts 5:15, so then it's go time. So let's see what I can come up with. I actually want to do on the live streams more interacting with people, because at daytime I usually do rattling, bam, 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 all the things are going on. And because my days are pretty long and I do tons of conversations, there's always something to talk about. You know, that's the thing. And when you are awake from 5:15 and constantly talk with people, there's a lot of things to do. See, and me at 47, and I'm doing this for decades, so I got some material to share. And now, doing the live stream from my Airbnb in Sofia, Bulgaria, doing a little beer at the end of the day. And by the way, I see that some people maybe are watching. The thing is, I always say I do everything from the phone. I'm using a Samsung S23, and now I'm using a portable screen, ultra light. And once you connect it to your Samsung phone, Samsung has this option, Samsung DeX. It has a whole Windows environment. So in case some people that now saw me on other videos talking about that I do everything from the phone, I do everything from the phone. And the portable screen, this one was €100, ultra light, and I won't show everything on the screen, because this is also another thing. My day starts 5:15, every day calisthenics, every day a lot of development in multiple countries and businesses, blah blah blah. But this is the thing. Today I also went through a TikTok course, TikTok shop. Here in Bulgaria that's not yet available, like the TikTok affiliates. But the thing is, you know, every day I'm also consuming a lot of let's say also knowledge from the people that I talk with. And not only this, also from courses. I do, I think, 2 or 3 courses every week, just to keep my brain, bum, bum, bum. My brain, everything needs to be constantly tickled. You know, that also keeps your brain, I think, healthy. Now I'm drinking a beer, in case you're gonna think drinking beer is not a healthy thing. But you know what? It's Saturday and I'm not hanging around in the clubs. By the way, I got nothing against him, but now I got other priorities. I did go out or drink a lot. Not only that, also a lot of stuff. Somebody's typing all kind of stuff, but I don't know what it means. Is that something positive or something very negative? I'm not into those new age short code things. One thing that I actually learned, the W thing, that when people say W, don't ask me now what it exactly means, but it is not something negative. See, I also spoke about this in one of the live stream, people who reach out with, hey bro, how are you doing? I always tell people, I cannot respond to everybody who DMs me or something. Hey bro, how are you doing? See, that is for me a sign of, let's say, a lack of respect. And see, the thing is, everybody is in their own category of people. See, I never look down on people. If you look at my hundreds of videos, you will know a little bit that I'm all about reality, but also all about, treating people with the highest level of respect. And I don't believe that people who use the wordings like bro and, and the thing is, somebody else, he actually reacted on this one. And he actually said, oh yeah, there were actually two people. One said, hey brother, I didn't mean it like this, but you can always reach out to me. But then I shared something with him, and of course then he didn't respond. The thing is, and so they say something, they reach out, hey bro, and then you respond, and then they don't respond back, which means there is some sort of level of respect missing. And of course, when you're a young guy, although I don't say that I was when I was a young guy, but a lot of young guys, they think and that a lot of external things are the problem, but I think a lot of internally things are going on, especially how you treat people, and not only how you treat people, also the way you speak, and especially also how you feel. When you feel negative, you vibrate this into the world. I always talk this about, especially when I speak with people offline, what is this guy typing? What are you typing actually? Or maybe there's a bot, I don't know. All kind of faces, and I'm not up to date about those things. Like I said, I'm 47, I am only focused on growth and giving away everything for free, so people can start making money from the phone. Now I'm enjoying a beer. Like I said, if you now jump in, my day starts every day at 5:15, 7 days a week, and my day ends around 11:15. Pretty much non-stop video calls and developing strategies on mate.com, building the scenarios for automation. At the moment, I think there are 95 scenarios running, so that's pretty intense. Also a lot of distribution of content creation, and of course also in multiple countries. I don't understand what this means. Or maybe somebody's just typing. Sorry, I'm burping. But you know what? When it's about my content, everything is raw, real, and unedited. I started, I think last year with the vlogging. Now it's March. Yeah, last year I started with the vlogging. And the thing is, now I want to switch to a lot of live streaming. And I want to start traveling soon again. I'm traveling the past 17 years. But now the past 3 years, I am only in Bulgaria because I simply love Bulgaria. I really love Bulgaria. The thing is, but there are other countries that were active, and I just want to say hello. But then I go back to Bulgaria because I love Bulgaria. I grew up in Holland. I lived for 30 years in Holland, and my first 30 years in Holland, But I started selling door to door when I was 11. I had a lot of offline businesses, and then 30 I lost everything. But anyway, I'm just trying to make a conversation with somebody in the chat. Let's see what we got. But this person over here, I don't know, now multiple lips. Okay. Anyway, so where are you from, if I may ask? You also never know, huh? You also never know who's watching when I do a daytime, when I live stream usually at daytime, and I just go rattle and walking to the calisthenic spots, or I do a calisthenic session and I still keep on rattling, spitting out stuff that maybe people should think about, if you want to live a life of freedom. And actually I had a talk about this earlier today, how to make this clear to people who don't have any knowledge about freedom. And I talked about, for example, if you went to school, then go to a job, you get a mortgage, and you die pretty soon. The thing is, how do you make things clear that there is something like freedom? And if I don't want to wake up for the next 6 months just to sleep, then I can, because I don't have to be anywhere. And that is possible for everybody. But yeah, I give away those work structures. I don't give strategies. Strategies are in general just, and you pay $27. Ooh, that is nice. They hype you up with a Lamborghini and a landing page. And that's nice. But most people are not succeeding. Anyway, besides that, I don't want to go into that I'm giving away everything for free, because that is not a topic now. I just thought, let's do... What the hell? This person, I don't know what he's doing. Typing all kind of stuff. You also never know how old somebody is, right? Or who is watching. Sometimes it also freaks me out a little bit, huh? Especially in the beginning. You never know. Maybe the neighbors are watching. Oh no. No, yeah, because I cannot see somebody's face. By the way, I'm drinking a Bulgarian beer. It's a very handy 2.3 liters beer. Very handy. And by the way, for the people who say it's in a plastic bottle, yes, I know. But, it tastes fantastic. And trust me, I drink beer pretty much since I was... So almost for 27 years. So, and I'm not to brag or, entice people to start drinking beer. It's simply a fact. And the thing is, when it's about Bulgarian beer, next morning, no headache, still going strong. Maybe a shot of vodka, and that's it. And then at 11 o'clock, the day stops. What is this person typing? I think some people also like the response on this, but I don't know. That's a human behavior. I'm always interested what's going on between people, their ears, That's what I do for a living, I extract a lot of knowledge from people, their behavior. Also when I see other people, people, couples, groups, how they interact with each other. Because that's how I actually optimize sales processes on the back end. Not only on the back end, also the way I communicate with people. Every day I'm just like a sponge. But I'm also doing this for a long time, right? I'm doing this for more than 30 years. And I'm obsessed with just communication. And people also from multiple ages, multiple industries, multiple problems. This morning I spoke with I can say this. This morning I spoke with a woman. Very nice woman. Just very nice, nothing weird. But some people, they are very good. But you know, some people also believe everything what other people say. So this person bought a home somewhere, and that roof needs to be repaired every single three years. That is something in some villages over here in Bulgaria. The thing is, I'm never talk bad about Bulgaria, but it's the truth. And the thing is, you know, this person is from Uzbekistan. She's now in Germany, and she already moved her stuff to Bulgaria, to that village, and the roof is leaking. Need to repair her roof. And not only that, there's a lot of stuff going on, but you know, a lot of people take advantage of people who have, let's say, good intentions. You know, I'm 47 now, and the thing is, when I was 25, I had boatloads of employees, but I was the worst manager, because you know, I treated people always like people, and you cannot. Especially not how I did it. And I'm not saying that I'm a fucking angel or something. No, I'm simply not good with managing people the right way. You know, that's also something that I share in my content, is simply, you know, that you have to set your boundaries. And I'm not speaking to everybody on the planet. Only a little tiny percentage who want to do something more with their lives. You know, get out of this 9 to 5 thing. Because I'm doing this for decades. And the thing is, you know, there's a lot of thoughts that I have about how to reach people. What is this person actually typing? And is net yet, or how we have responded, pronounce it 13352. Or maybe you sit just typing on your phone, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's some new age language, I wouldn't know. But because I'm in Bulgaria, Nazdrava. And the thing is, at the end of the day, within 1 hour, I'm gonna close these two windows, and then tomorrow again, 5:15 every day. The day starts 5:15, and then it's go time. And if you don't believe me, just check out the hundreds of videos. And it's not about that I'm in the convincing business, because I'm giving everything away for free. So that's another thing. So I don't owe anybody, you know, proof or whatever. You know, I'm just living that life. I'm 47, and I just, you know, if I want to sleep for half a year, I sleep for half a year. But I don't. I'm obsessed. And one thing that really impressed me is simply, you know, when you're in the subway. I went last year in the subway. Intense, very intense. Those people, they go to their work, and the life is already torn out of their eyes, like a tiger in a fucking cage, you know. And then I see it like this, you know. They have hyper modern phones. You know, I'm using a Samsung S23. I'm operating in multiple countries. And not only this, you don't need to be, let's say, sitting in a coffee place with an Apple computer and then be a freelancer. Because what I always say, you know, when you're want to become a freelancer or whatever, there's always somebody else in control. And that's something you don't want. It's just another label. You're just a slave from somebody else. Yes, you can travel around the world. You can sit in Thailand and say, hey ho, this is all nice. But still, there's somebody else on the other side of the screen who decides what you do. And with my work structures, nobody's the boss, only you. And the thing is, and that's a very weird position, because that is for a lot of people totally hocus pocus. But it's not. But I'm doing this for over 30 years, so. And when it's about online thing, it's only the past 17 years. No, not only. Also when it's about AI, I use a lot of AI. When AI became available to the masses, you know, I thought this is gonna change everything, gonna speed up everything. It's true. I went in for 6 months, every 12 hours a day, bam. I thought AI is everything. Now I'm using 10, 12 hours a day, non-stop. I got specialized in Gemini chats. I always, I have a manifesto for the business. So that's what I always, those are my baselines for each specific chat. And based upon that, we built very expertise chat. I also got an AI chat, AI assistant chat that's actually helping me out with a lot of thought processes. That is very interesting. AI is, and I'm using everything from Google. In the beginning I used a little bit of chat GPT, but the thing is very limited. And the thing is, when it's about Google and you stick to Google, see, this is how I think. I'm a 47-year-old fart. Who am I? I'm just living a life and live a life of freedom, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. But not only this is how I think. When it's about Google, how much data did they collect from those decades, doing those search engines and a lot of other stuff. And also, now that they actually every day they optimize their AI tools. It's insane. I did deep dove yesterday in Whisk. This is another tool of Google. I'm really sticking with Google because if I would jump around, and then when it's about the chat GPT, I never talk bad about it, but there are reasons for that those mega influencers talk about. They have simply stake in the game. And this is also another thing. Everybody you would know in general, let's say the normal people who talk about chat GPT, they still have normal jobs. Why? Because they use tools that is used by the masses. This is how I think. I always say don't swim in the pools where everybody swims, That's why I also train the way I train. You can see I got hundreds of videos and actually thousands of videos on other platforms as well. But the thing is, I don't train in gyms because this is how I think. Everything in the gym is cozy, the temperature is good, the lighting is good. You can put your lights good on your abs and, flex, maybe here and there a little bit testosterone in the ass. The thing is, that is all fun, but I think it's better to build a resilient mind, and that gives you so much more an intense life, more depth. If I would put the needle in my ass tomorrow, within two months, I'm probably gonna look like a total idiot. Not only this, probably also I cannot do my runs anymore. See, for me everything is longevity and also brain speed. I want speed. See, now I'm drinking a beer. Yes, it's Saturday, and now I call it a day, and I thought to do a live stream from my Airbnb and just speak my thoughts until I sick of it, and then I turn it off. Like I said, I do whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want, and however I want. Also another thing, like I said, many times I also talk about this. I could be sitting on a boat somewhere in Malta drinking and cocktails, and then tell the world, oh, this is nice. And you get a lot of followers because people like to see the blue stuff and everything. That's nice. I do business over there in Malta, and with multiple people in multiple industries. The thing is, I could do this and then fool the whole world that everything is all about, that everything is nice and cozy. I don't believe in that. I think that's why that is also the reason that I train and also show every single day. Just do something. And what I also always say, it's better to do one rep the right way instead of doing very quickly and the dips, and then you tell the people around you do 50 dips, but in the meantime there's not a muscle on the bone. And it's not to disrespect anybody, but what I always say, if you can gain more let's say muscle and perhaps a little bit more mind resilient between the years, because you focus on each rep. There's no negative outcomes. The only thing that you probably miss is, you cannot say that you do 50 reps, because if you do clean pull-ups and dips, you're not gonna do every single day, 365 days a year, those pull-ups and the dips. Anyway, let's take a little sippy. Oh yeah. I'm actually looking at my portable screen. My portable screen is attached to my Samsung, and when you connect the portable screen to your Samsung, then the option Samsung DeX gives you like a desktop experience. So like this, I can do everything from the phone. And this portable screen is insanely light, can run on an external battery, so I can sit in the parks or whatever. Now the weather is gonna be better here in Sofia, Bulgaria. Very happy with that. By the way, I'm also gonna do a lot of case studies. I'm gonna there are now 3 case studies that I can give away or share with the public, and because I'm operating in multiple countries, and I talked with multiple business owners also, and I said, can I share? Because I think there's a lot of value in it, and it can be done by a 12-year-old. I started selling door to door when I was 11, knocking on a door, cleaning a freaking bicycle. Then later up sales, cleaning cars. But the thing is, if somebody would give me the strategies that I do now and did from the beginning, and when it's about my work structures, I'm doing them on a daily basis for hours and hours and hours, because I'm simply obsessed. But the fact that I'm doing everything from the phone, I can sit wherever I want. I can sit in the bus, I can sit in the tram, I can sit in the, people can drive me around the whole day, and still I can lay down under a tree. Just sharing. I'm not bragging over here. I'm just telling people, or I try to make people aware of the fact that they have a piece of technology in their hand that's freaking insane. I'm from a time, we had to make a phone call like this, turn around, and then you have to ask the person, are you over there? Now you just open an app and nobody calls back. At least, let's say, between the normal people. Everybody's too busy with whatever they're busy with. But what I always say, let's assume you have a 9-to-5 job and you got a holiday. And I said this today to another person. I said, fuck everybody. You don't have to prove anything to anybody, that you, let's say, in Greece eating a pizza. Who gives a shit? I would say, spend those 3 weeks that you have off, spend money on knowledge, tools, and just try to set yourself free from your master. I always think like this, if you're an adult man, and you have to ask another adult person that you could go to another country far away from your regular BS job, that is mind-numbing, because otherwise, you wouldn't take a holiday. Me, I don't have to take holidays. I'm obsessed with what I'm doing. And not only this, when I want to go in a country, I'm gonna go over there for maybe a couple of years. And I don't like holidays. I never liked holidays. I just go and live over there, and then just see how it goes. And also, just to let you know, it did not go always very well. But we're not going too deep into that kind of stories. I take my time with all my, for the next decades, I will upload a lot of stuff. And not only this, and from the last 100 videos, maybe I did now 55 live streams. It's only 1% of what I'm actually really doing. And, I lived a very colorful life and on hyperspeed, and I failed more than most people on this. I can say I failed a lot, but also always get up ASAP and never say this is it, it's over. That's never. Now I'm just drinking a beer in case somebody's watching now, jumping in. Anyway, let's see. I actually want to do another course, so I think I'm gonna focus on that. Maybe that would be nice to do a course one day also on a live stream, but I want to make a little bit of setup, and I think a nice setup would be outside. There are very nice places in Bulgaria where I could do this. Sit with my phone, sit with my portable screen. You know, this is actually, I would say, magnifique. And I was never, I used laptops, but you know what? We live in a time and era, you know, that you can do everything from the phone. And not only this, AI speeds up everything so much. You don't want to know if you use it the right way, and don't jump into, you know, I know from ChatGPT, you know, you need to add this add-on, and maybe you get even access, you know, through API keys, you know, to other platforms. Like what I also say, you know, when it's about creating videos, images, it's all nice. I only use Google for those things, you know, Gemini. I'm using the FX Labs app, and now with the Whisk thing, I'm gonna play around with this Whisk. You know, that is also insane. You can put in the ingredients, the scenery, the main character, multiple main characters. It's insane. It's insane. For me, it's insane. And I love it. And because, you know, if you let's assume you're a very creative person, or a person who is, let's say, hyperactive over here between the ears, that is one of those outlets that you could use. Whisk is insane. I'm gonna use Whisk a lot, and I think I'm gonna spend an hour on Whisk now. So, oh, I'm already speaking for 2 hours. Maybe not the most interesting live stream, but it's the way it is. Was my first evening live stream from my Airbnb. So another progress, you know, for a 47-year-old fart, doing a live stream in the evening at the end of the day. But anyway, I want to play around with Whisk. Whisk is insane. But of course, now I'm gonna jump into it for the last hours, and then I close my eyes at 11:15, and then tomorrow morning 5:15, bam, go time, go 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 go, every single day, go, because I'm simply obsessed with what I'm doing. I don't have to get up at 5:15. So yeah, let's cut it. Ciao for now.